Live with Brandon Mason.
All right. We're back in the building. All the beautiful people out there that are watching live in the chat right now. We are back for another show. We're talking Jake Paul. Is he the face of boxing? And I got my right-hand man, James, in the building right now. Let's go, baby. Supporting a lot of stuff, a lot of sports, a lot of conversation. Let me tell you something right now, James. I'm going to get right into it. We're going to drop some polls in there in just 1 second. Everyone that is watching right now in the chat, is Jake Paul really the face of boxing? James, that's the conversation I got today for these people that are watching. I got to tell you why I said this. We watched the whole thing. I got the videos, I got clips and everything. Jake Paul gets up there and he does things. I will start with this. James, people don't realize that he does these things. By the way, damn, that necklace is looking. I like that necklace, baby.
The turnover chain?
I like that. I didn't even know she had that on.
The OG turnover chain?
I got to throw that on. Look, people in the chat right now, if you're watching live, everybody put Jake Paul in the chat right now. All the people know what we're talking about. I got the polls in there right now. Is Jake Paul really the face of boxing? Here's a debate I'm going to have for you. I'm pull some stuff on the screen in a second here. Jake Paul, James, he's freaking 28 years old. Mm-hmm. People don't realize this. Do you know how hard it is to be that damn successful at 28 years old, born in like 1993? And what I want to say is this: Cleveland, Ohio, 28 years old, the socialite, the medialite, the Disney Channel guy. People are like, this guy was a Disney Channel, and then he did YouTube, and then he created all this. They were hating on him. And I'm going to break this down for a second so people understand something. It is very difficult in life to build anything, let alone boxing, let alone YouTube, let alone whatever. You know what it takes. James, I know what it takes. It's day in, it's day out. It's nonstop work. It's nonstop adjusting. It's nonstop perfecting your craft. And people are like, hold on a second. He's not a real boxer. Then it's like, no, he is a real boxer. And I want to know, people in the chat right now, yes or no, is Jake Paul becoming, or is he really right now the face of boxing? And what does it take to become the face of boxing is the question I got for these people. James in the building right now. I'm just telling you, on the 22nd, Monday, right before Christmas, I want to come on here and break this down for all the people right now that are watching sports in general. When I think about Jake Paul, I think about someone, and I look at his social media messages. I look at his pictures. I look what he puts up there. And when I go on the computer, I click Google on here, and you see a guy up here doing what he does. Okay, he makes these crazy faces. He's become this person who started as a Disney character. On the left, you see a picture here, and then you see over there. And then you get to fighting Anthony Joshua, which we'll get to in a second, and you see him, he got a broken jaw, having some conversation there. A lot of people are like, he didn't break his jaw. Well, newsflash, he broke his jaw, had surgery right after, and I'm just saying, James, there's something that's got to be in your DNA to get up, go after it, make things happen. And you're, I'm a Disney Channel. Now I'm a boxer. He knocked out some fighters, James. He didn't just get in there and fight somebody who had one fight.
Maybe all we needed was a twin brother.
Look,
and if we had a twin, we could have went much further in life.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Maybe.
But even with like Logan Paul, a lot of people are going to say Logan Paul. In the chat right now, who would you want to see fight Anthony Joshua more? Logan Paul or Jake Paul? In the chat right now. If you're in the building, Hanifa, how you doing? Jeff Lee, Bond's in the building. Lala. Hey, we put in the chat. Look, we got Big Bill. How you doing out there in the chat? Everyone that's coming to MVP, how you feeling right now? I'm going to say all your names right now. If I didn't say it, I apologize. I'm about to get to that right now. But you're talking about someone, and I got a video I want to show here in a second, but you're talking about a guy that just lights up the stage, right? And I'm gonna pull up some stuff in a second in lower thirds that makes sense, people understand. What does it take to become the face of boxing? Okay.
I don't know about the face of boxing.
What does it take, though?
But like, it takes a tremendous skill, dedication, and sacrifice, right? Talent.
And money.
Yeah, and money. So,
I mean, number one is money, right?
Yeah, but I think you can say no one's going to argue calling this guy a great entertainer. He's a great entertainer and a promoter, and he knows how to use his influence and social media to achieve what he did. And it's insane. It's almost more popular than traditional boxing. Everyone knows this guy's fight. You know, it even overshadowed the Tate fight over the weekend, and Andrew Tate lost his fight.
That's what I'm saying. He overshadowed Tate. Why? Because he is more of a face than Tate in boxing. We could say that. Mm-hmm. You look at who he fought. He fought some people. We could pull the list up of fighters in a second who he fought, who he knocked out. He didn't just knock out his neighborhood friend. He did knock out UFC fighters, a basketball player, some boxers, whatever. But the thing is, these are people that fight for a living. Anderson Silva is not a boxer, but he fights for a living. Knocked them out, right? We could pull up all the people that he knocked out. And a lot of people are going to say, yeah, but you know what? Jake Paul isn't a real fighter. He's not fighting real people. That might be a question that people had before. Now it's like, okay, he fought Anthony Joshua. He got knocked out in what, the 6th round? I'm going to pull some pictures up about that. But Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua was one of those things I said, look, man, it's going to be a bad situation for Jake Paul in this position. I never thought for 1 second that he had a chance to win this fight, but I did think for a second that, you know what, if he moves around, he can get some shots off. People will start to respect him a little bit more because he's fighting someone that people are going to say, damn, that's a real fighter. Jake Paul's putting, and one thing I want to say, James, is this isn't like Jake Paul didn't want to get real fights. This isn't like Jake Paul sat back and said, hey, give me everybody I'm going to knock out. And he's been attempting to get these fights.
Isn't this would be like the first one that most people would probably agree is his first real fight, you know, fighting 50-something-year-old Mike Tyson. I don't know.
I don't think Mike Tyson was a real fight, but I do think that the fights before that, look, his first fighting, you know, the basketball player, obviously, when I pull it up on the screen, those weren't the best. I'm pulling up Jake Paul's fights right now so we can get an idea of who he actually fought. Jake Paul's fight, sorry, I pulled it up on there right now. It's going to pull up on ChatGPT. What I'm saying is this, here we go. They're pulling up Anthony Joshua and all these kind of conversations, who he knocked out. They're bringing up all this shit. I'm not asking ChatGPT for that. I'm asking ChatGPT, who did Jake Paul fight? Please provide a list of who Jake Paul has fought. Dang it. Let's get that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's knocking people out.
He is, but like, it's entertainment, right? Like, was this a good boxing match that happened? Do you think it was a good boxing match? I mean, Jake Paul danced around the ring for like the whole time until basically he got knocked out.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'll tell you this. It wasn't like it looked like he was very competitive. But I'll say this. Let's look at this right now. Jake Paul, it has on here who he's fought, right? He started off here with this guy. We're going to talk about that. But Nate Robinson, knockout. Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, okay, rematch, beat him again. Anderson Silva, beat him. Tommy Fury lost, but I'll be honest, I think Jake Paul kind of got the edge on that fight. Nate Diaz, beat him. Go down the list, all the way down. Mike Perry, guys, Mike Perry is listed as, in bare knuckle, the most violent fighter in bare knuckle right now. The most violent, okay? You're talking about Jake Paul beat his ass. Now he gets to, and you keep going, Mike Tyson, was that a good fight? No, obviously. And then you get to, obviously, all the way down to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua wasn't just somebody that's a fighter. He was way bigger, way stronger, and Jake Paul got in the ring, got his jaw broken. So what I'm saying is, I feel the face of boxing versus the best boxer is two different conversations. Is Jake Paul the best boxer? No. Is he in top 5 boxers? No. He fought out of his weight class, went to heavyweight. Anthony Joshua's like 240 pounds. Jake Paul's like 215. Different weight class, got his face broken. The reality is, he's not the best boxer, but Jake Paul is bringing fights, selling tickets. What does it take, James, become the face of boxing? Not just being good, right? Because you got a lot of good boxers. Are they talking about anybody else right now? You talk about boxing. Is anybody talking about anybody else?
No, but like, it just shows you how powerful influence and like clout is. You even have people getting acting jobs or denied acting jobs based on their follower count. So is this entertainment? I'd say, yeah, it's entertainment. But like, is this the best that boxing has to offer? Is probably not. And if you're into it, great, enjoy it, you know.
But here's the thing. Jake Paul made $92 million, and it came out to about X amount per second, per round. They calculated this, okay? To be the face of boxing, I'm going to tell you straightforward. To be the face of boxing, you have to do a couple things. A, you have to win boxing matches, number one, okay? In the chat right now, yes or no, is Jake Paul the face of boxing? Number one, you got to win boxing matches, number one. Number two, you have to sell crowds, tickets. Number three, people have to be talking about you, and you got to be trending on social media. They're the main things. One, win in fights, because if you lose every fight, you're just going to be in the face of nothing, realistically. Got to win fights, which he does. Two, sell tickets, crazy, which he does. Three, trending on social media every day, day in, day out, expanding your brand. Jake Paul's doing all that. The only other person that I can imagine in my mind that is anywhere near that, James. Mike Tyson had that run. You can go back to Muhammad Ali. Obviously, social media wasn't there like that. But Mike Tyson, Mayweather, right? Those had that. Jake Paul does this. Anthony Joshua does. Look, after the fight, are you researching Anthony Joshua or are you researching Jake Paul? I'm looking at Jake Paul stuff. Are you like Anthony Joshua? Let me just research him. Not really.
But it's the whole spectacle around it, right? Like, I know the fight was down here in Miami, right? Or South Florida. The amount of promotion around this was crazy. We had those ad boats going by, which I think are terrible, by the way. They have all these bright LED lights. It ruins the whole beautiful scenery we have behind us. They're going around all day promoting this fight. There was so much promotion behind it.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets people talking about boxing. So, you know, it might be overall good for boxing, but you wouldn't be like, this is a good display.
But I'm not saying that Jake Paul, that this is good for boxing. This is a whole nother conversation. If you say, is Jake Paul good for boxing? I will tell you that he came in as a disruptor, which was his name, and he's done that. He's a disruptor. He's come and he's done a lot of things. He's won a lot of fights. He's beat a lot of good fighters that were in UFC. They're not boxers, but he's knocked them out. We just saw Tyron Woodley. You just seen the fight. I seen Anderson Silva knock him out. Anderson Silva's like this weapon. He goes out there and he's like a good fighter. And Jake Paul was laying them out. He gets to a fighter that's out of his weight class, which is already dumb because he could have took a fighter that was in his weight class, and I think it'd have been more competitive. And I just think that Anthony Joshua was too powerful, too big, too strong, too masculine, and I think he was ready for that punch, and he did it, and that was it. But Jake Paul made $92 million, and Anthony Joshua also realized in his career, hey, how can I grow in this right now? James, I'm going to put you on the screen here. Mm-hmm. How do you grow in boxing? How do you grow in any sport?
You got to fight Jake Paul. That's how you're going to grow. Yeah, you got to beat an influencer. Like,
you got to fight Jake Paul to grow.
Because look at the exposure that this guy got now, just from knocking him out. You know, a lot of people wanted to see Paul lose a fight, you know. But alternatively, you also got to remember, like, Jake Paul fought a lot of people like he was bigger than, you know.
If you're watching live in the chat right now, who's your favorite boxer of all time? Drop it in the chat. Everybody watching live, who's your favorite boxer? Drop it in the chat right now. What I'm explaining, by the way, we're going to be doing sports entertainment every morning. We're like, hey, politics morning, sports at night. We're covering the biggest topics here in the morning every single day, and we'll be at night 2 times a day with every time. We don't give a damn. We switched it up. We're not going to do politics and sports. That's why you got helmets. I got a bunch of helmets coming right here. I got Trump sitting right there. He's bobbing around. Don't forget, we're going to talk about stuff with the Epstein list. Wow, what happened there? There's a lot of shit going on with that, James. Mm-hmm. Epstein list came out, boy. People are not happy. Scrub the list. They use black marks everywhere. Can't see people. Clinton's everywhere. We're going to talk about that. But more importantly, when I think about what we're looking at, and the bottom, I just changed it. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul brings dollar signs. These boxers, they want somebody that goes, hey, you want to fight Jake Paul? You're going to make $100 million. I'm in.
So it's
why not?
Right. And I think there's an interesting pivot in sports going on. Like, look at the decline of interest in baseball, but then look at the banana slugs, right?
Yeah.
They're selling stadiums out everywhere. They're going crazy. So people want to be entertained, right? And
That's it, though. Mm-hmm. In 2025, even in 2024, it's back as I'll go 2023. It's always been entertainment, but 2023 discovered a whole new situation. We have AI technology. We have all this crazy stuff going on. People have less focus. ADD is at a max. ADHD through the roof. People want to see action-packed. They want 2 good boxers. I will tell you this. You bring 2 great boxers, I want to watch that. 1,000%. You pay for a pay-per-view, you got to see it. Jake Paul, the 95% of the world, I would probably argue that 90% said Jake Paul's going to get knocked out. In the chat, did you think Jake Paul was going to get knocked out? Yes or no? Did you think Jake Paul was going to win? In the chat, everybody right now, did you think Jake Paul was going to win or lose? The reason why I'm saying this is you didn't care whether or not who you thought was going to win the fight or not. Mm-hmm. You didn't watch that fight because you thought it was going to be highly competitive. Mm-hmm. You watched that fight because you knew it was going to be highly entertaining. And today, what do we spend the most money on? Sports, entertainment. We're out there watching games. People betting horse races and gambling. It's entertainment. Movie theaters, entertainment. Boxing, the celebrity boxing world, yeah, it's a whole bunch of facade, crazy, bullshit, people fighting. This person sucks, really, whatever. But if you could say Trump's fighting somebody or this, not, you're going to pay for that shit because you're entertained.
What year was the Pacquiao Mayweather fight?
That was a big fight. That was a few years ago, and that was a big deal.
Isn't that a bigger deal than this?
I think,
right?
Well, let's say this. How much money did they make?
That's a good thing to look up,
in the chat.
ChatGPT.
In the chat, Mayweather or Pacquiao, people in the chat right now. Look, I will tell you this. I see some messages in the chat. Pippa Mama said they are a bunch of, they talk shit. They're just, whatever. And I agree. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they talk their shit. They work hard. They back shit up at times. They like to play that game, get in the social light. Anthony Joshua is a very humble, good-spoken, well-mannered individual, which I'm like, this guy was pretty damn cool, gifted. I love what he did. But let's be real here. What is entertaining nowadays? When you watch Deion Sanders and you watched those players, Deion brought in that whole level of entertainment and dancing around and showboating, right? And I'll tell you this, my parents, my dad, older generation was like, it's bullshit. They're like jumping around and like showboating and whatever. Nowadays, they get an interception or a pick six. Everybody wishes for that celebration because people want to be entertained, want to see shit happening, right? You see a good fight go 12 rounds, some good jabs, some good hooks and all. Nobody gets knocked out. People are like, oh, it's a good fight. You walk on. Now, Jake Paul got his jaw broke. Next fight, everybody's going to watch Jake Paul fight again, James.
Of course,
and they're going to pay for it.
I think so, but I don't know. Like, at what point does it? Because these are what, exhibition matches. I don't think these are official matches, right? And I don't know. I know every hype train ends at some point, but like, I think that what he did.
I don't know if it was entertainment or if it was official because his record posts up there professionally. When they announce him, he comes out and they announce his fights and they announce his record. Anthony Joshua just got another knockout in his record. I don't think it wasn't. I mean, these are fights. Jake Paul, $92 million, James.
Yeah, but I know like the Tyson fight was an exhibition match. Like that wasn't an official one. I don't know if this one was official or not, but like the thing is nobody's arguing the amount of money and the spectacle that this guy brings in. I think that's amazing. And like, if this is his passion in life, he's winning. Like, he's like the Tom Cruise, right? Tom Cruise is making movies and jumping out of airplanes because that's what he wants to do. I wish I could do that stuff.
But the question comes down to, and people in the chat are like, oh, then you don't like him, you love him, whatever. And everybody in the chat, if you love Jake Paul, put love. You hate Jake Paul, put it. If you don't like him, everybody right now watching live, put in the chat. Hanifa, Pippa Mama, Chrome in the building. How you feeling? Big Bill, Jim, how you feeling out there, baby? Let me know right now. Jeff Lee, Lala, Linda, in the chat right now. Do you like Jeff? Do you like him or not, Jake Paul? I'll tell you this. If Jake Paul is on your team, you got something going on. James, you're a lawyer. You got shit going on. You need a media team to help you build, you grow, you do all this stuff. Mm-hmm. You want to hire Anthony Joshua's media team? Or you want to hire Jake Paul's media team?
Jake Paul's got a huge media team.
You get what I'm saying right now? And how do you become the face of boxing? Winning and get entertainment, selling tickets and all that. So I'm not telling people that are coming to the chat right now that Jake Paul's the best fighter. I'm not saying that Jake Paul, you got to watch Jake Paul because you're going to learn how to throw the right hand. You're going to learn how to throw the left hook. What I'm saying is, if you want to watch the most entertained fight you've ever seen, literally, I mean, that was an entertaining fight. Running around, what did Mayweather do on most of the fights? Run around for a little while, run around against certain people, and he gets a couple jobs, bang, and then he would just move around. Back in the day, he fought a little bit more. Now he moves a lot more. Jake Paul did a lot of that, and I don't blame him at 215 pounds fighting someone who's 240 pounds, who's got way more fights and is knocking people out, and then you get in the ring and he breaks your jaw, right? So he sells pay-per-views more than most champions, James.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what I think's interesting?
I'm starting to say he's more the face of boxing.
I don't know if to call him the face of boxing. I think you could say he's the face of boxing entertainment today. I thought that his brother, Jake, I always get these two confused. The Logan is the one that was doing WWE stuff.
Yeah, he is.
I thought that would have been the more successful lane for them. I never would have thought by doing like these boxing matches or exhibition matches, it would be doing these numbers. That's crazy.
I feel that Logan Paul really appreciates his brother a lot more now. I don't think he appreciated him as much as, growing up. I feel like Logan Paul was more the dominant brother. And then the media stuff brought them together a little bit. And Logan did his show and this and that. I feel like Logan Paul is a great representation of someone who can be very successful and really doesn't need his brother. I feel like Jake Paul really seeks and wants that affirmation from his brother Logan. I don't think he gets all the time. But I do know both of them are successful because of the media, and they sell tickets. They put butts in seats. When you go to NFL games, Dolphin games, and they're freaking losing games, you're like, oh, Dolphins suck. You go there, you watch this shit. When you have players on your team like Tyreek Hill, you show up. You're like, Tyreek Hill's be playing. When you show up, you watch LeBron James. Now, I'm going back a few years ago. LeBron was at his peak, right, performance, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I'm going to see LeBron James, baby. I'm entertained. When you go to the Cirque show, when you go to see a new movie coming out, you're paying because you're getting entertained by someone who is either a professional or is going to make you sit there and watch them the whole time.
I know. And look at how the Banana Slugs will sell out Marlin Stadium.
I agree.
Insane. A couple nights in a row? They sell it out.
And the Marlins can't sell shit.
Nothing. We have like the lowest attendance rating. You to ask me, James, you want to go see the Marlins game? I'm like, no, I'm good. I want to see the Banana Slugs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people love that shit.
Yeah.
How about this? Boxing analysts say Jake Paul is hurting the sport. Okay, I want to talk about that, James.
Yeah.
Jake Paul is so damn successful financially. In the chat right now, if you're watching live, everybody get those votes in right now. People are coming into the building right now. Everybody, if you're watching live, get those votes in. You can see it on there as YouTube is getting ready. I got a bunch of stuff here. YouTube holds back the first 30 minutes. It waits and starts showing more people. The whole analytic report with all this thing's going on. We got to get that adjusted. Boxing analysts say Jake Paul's hurting boxing. In the chat, if he's hurting the sport in the chat, put hurting. If he's helping, put helping. I'll tell you this right now. If Anthony Joshua was fighting someone now, and he said Anthony Joshua's fighting Tyson Fury, right? Mm-hmm. I'd say I'm watching it now. I'm watching it now. And if someone told me about it before, I would have watched it. But now I want to watch it more. Because Jake Paul went in the ring, it was bad for Anthony Joshua to go in there because if he got beat by Jake Paul, his legacy and his shit's done. Because people are like, Jake Paul's not a real fighter. Jake Paul levels up times 10.
This is tough.
AJ goes down. But now I will watch the fight more because I saw him break his jaw. Now I want to see what Anthony Joshua can do against somebody else because Jake Paul ran around the ring. It was like a little sparring match for him to run around and just mess around a little bit for $92 million. I don't know how much Anthony Joshua made, James.
Yeah.
But he made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but what if, Anthony Joshua's career this is it. Everyone's going to be talking about this. Oh, you broke one of the Paul brothers' jaw. Right?
He got more famous, though.
Yeah, but like, if that's it, it's not. He did get more exposure. It's a net positive, right? Like, it's a non-zero. And I do think there's probably a lot of people being exposed to boxing through this that might like it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Is he, like, the thing is that he put in the work, too. Like, you're not going to be in a boxing match against Joshua and not have any training. You know what I mean? Like, he puts in the work.
I mean, look, when I take a look at the screen right here, James, I Googled this, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, seeing this shit right here and just honestly watching this. And then here's what I'm going to pull up. I'm going to pull up the broken jaw because this is where I believe a lot of people, when they saw this, they were like, no, he didn't really break his jaw. He didn't really do that. I was one of those people that when they said that he broke his jaw, I didn't think he actually did. I didn't think he actually did. I'm like, nah, he's just saying that. Right? Everybody, he broke his jaw. Well, guess what? He did break his jaw. And I will tell you this much. A lot of people right now that are sitting back home that are like, damn, he really did. And when they mentioned it, he was talking about it. He spit something out and they showed a picture. His jaw was pushed in. Jake Paul really got smacked in that event. And when he got the next day, when he had to have surgery, right? Or that day, that night or whatever, he goes, you know what? He gets right back to business. He goes, you know what? I broke my jaw, but now you know what? I'm back in it right now. And he starts making jokes. He goes, well, now I can't eat this. And he hashtags like what he can't eat and starts posting other things like I can't eat this food now and blasting more ways to make more money. The guy is very, very smart. If he's hurt in boxing, I feel that he's only helping people get a spotlight. First off, how about the women boxers? He gave them an opportunity. The girls he's got, he's bringing more than ever. The number one person ever in life to bring women to the sport of boxing and give them the image, the look, the opportunity, the entertainment level that they would never get, right? Amanda Cerrone, what the hell is Amanda Cerrone? She would never have that opportunity without Jake Paul, right? So how about that? How about bringing insurance, James? Trying to get Dana White to bring insurance to UFC fighters. All those fighters deserve to give Jake Paul a little pat on the back. Hey, man, we appreciate you, bro. looking out for us. How you feel about that?
I think that he is, like, by calling him a disruptor is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
He went down a very non-traditional pathway to get to be fighting the people that he's fighting. You know, I guess does he deserve to be there or not? Like, and like, how much money, you know, is money the great equalizer for this stuff? Like, you know, by paying your way to get up there, right?
Yeah.
But it is an avenue, and it happens in all other forms too, such as like in music and acting. A lot of people are very well connected. They use their money to keep pushing forward and forward. Like, if you can afford.
But who else can do this?
Not many people.
Nobody. Mayweather is about Mayweather. And I'm not knocking him for that. Good for him. If Mayweather runs around and lives his whole life, great, good for him. But the question is, if Mayweather wanted to do this, he could have did this early on. Jake Paul did these fighting matches because, you know what? Keep doing what I saw a message today on Jake Paul's social media, and I pulled it up on my phone, right? And the reason why this was important to tell you is I looked at it, and let me tell you something. Every time you get up, you guys know in the live stream, which is going to start growing here back again, YouTube's going to start showing us in the horizontal form. We had thousands and thousands of people in our live stream, and then they adjusted a couple things to the live stream, which we're fixing now. When I pull up on my phone here and I look at what was said from Jake Paul in his message that he put on here, he put, do something that you love to do and don't stop doing it. Like, don't stop doing it. Do it until you're the best at it, James. Like, don't stop doing it. And let me tell you something. I got you on the screen here right now, James. If you do something you love to get a passion for, you keep chasing it hard, you're going to get better at it.
All right.
And people are going to love you for it.
Yeah, but it's really easy to say those things when you have as much influence and money as that. I'd love to do many other things too, but you can't unless you have incredible amount of resources here, you know?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get across though is this. How many people are going to do that? He told you, hey, get there and do it right now. Don't stop doing it. He moved to Puerto Rico. So let's call it like it is, though, first and foremost. He grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. He was a wrestler like his brother. He's only 28 years old. Well, someone will say he's a young punk kid. Maybe. He's 28 years old. He's been doing this for 5 years. He started this in 23, younger 20s. So he is going to be younger, a little mature on certain things. What men are not? What men are not that immature at that age, right? So this guy does all this, builds all this, hundreds of millions of dollars, brings women along the way, tries to push for insurance for people, gives back, tries to help people that are bullies, people that are bullying these kids, younger kids, gives them opportunities. What can Jake Paul do, James? What can Jake Paul do at this point to realistically earn the respect of people? Because all I can tell you is this. He talks trash, he backs it up.
But then enter the regular boxing circuit. You know,
I think that's what but that's what he's doing. It isn't like, it's not about Jake Paul entering the boxing circuit. It's who wants to fight Jake Paul. And if you want to fight Jake Paul, but I don't think that's the truth. I think they're just like, how much? I think people are like, how much do I get paid to do this? And are people going to take this seriously? I'm taking Jake Paul's fight seriously. I'm not saying that fight was going to go his way. I would bet every dollar in my bank account, maybe leave a little bit for my kids, that Jake Paul was going to get knocked out, James. Mm-hmm. But I will tell you this. I knew that everybody that I talked to that day, that night about it, were like, oh, you watching Jake Paul fight? You watching Jake Paul fight? What? They weren't watching other shit. I didn't even know that Tatum had a fight.
Yeah, Andrew Tate.
So I didn't even know that Tate had a fight.
Plus, there's NCAA playoffs going on. The U1 during the day.
People weren't even talking. I mean, look, people, that was in the day, but at nighttime, I wasn't watching football. Mm-hmm. I wasn't watching baseball. I wasn't watching anything. I didn't even watch the preliminary fights. I waited to see Jake Paul, number one. Here's what I'm let down by. Mm-hmm. His entrance.
Yeah.
His first couple entrances were so grand. I said, this guy, boy, I cannot miss the damn intro. Mm-hmm. Now they're like, oh, no, Jake Paul comes walking down. I think it's because he's more focused on boxing. And I think he got away from having that big-ass Terminator guy used to walk around him. It was like his little, whatever. And that was cool to me. And now what I'm going to ask you down below here, social media changed boxing forever.
Social media changed everything forever. Everything.
People argue that.
Yeah.
In the chat right now, if you're watching live, yes or no? Social media changed boxing, yes or no? Everybody in the chat right now that's watching, I want to see everybody watching, yes or no? Do you think social media has changed boxing, Yes or no? Forever. Because now it's about, hey, bring me that fight. How much money? We've always had that, though, promotions, James. Promotions aren't new.
Not at all.
But social media starts trending things. Hey, the fight's coming on tonight. Hey, the fight's coming on in 1 hour. Hey, the fight's coming on right now. Countdown starting. You push all those people that forgot about the fight, and now they're watching the fight. But Jake Paul, why they're saying social media was because he was a social media light. He was a Disney character.
Yeah, so it's kind of like celebrity boxing, right? Like that's the argument. It's like, what is this, celebrity boxing? I mean, they I guess they were kind of like, they were sanctioned fights, but they're not the opponents that he would have been facing if he was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, like grinding it out. Like, you played Punch Out, right?
Hey, Super Punch Out back in the day?
You play Super Punch Out.
Bro, Super Punch
You got to
Out.
enter at the beginning.
Jake Paul, this is what I respect about Jake Paul. I did not respect Jake Paul on the YouTube days, running around doing dumb shit. You know how the Jackass did that too, and they just hurt each other and all that. It's just kind of weird. It was entertainment until it was like pinching each other's butts and shit. And everybody's naked. It was kind of weird. But like jumping off of buildings and flipping and getting hurt and all that shit, I didn't really care about that. And Jake Paul going out there causing destruction or doing something, ringing someone's doorbell and running, bullshit like that. I'm not saying he did. I'm just giving an example. I didn't respect that. But what I respect about Jake Paul, okay, is this. I'm going to break it down and want you guys to hear this. What I respect about Jake Paul, you got someone who gets up every day, puts his shoes on, gets to the gym, works out, works hard, gets people involved, gives back, brings the entertainment, gets the person he's fighting a big payday. He puts on the show. He sells out arenas, and everybody is watching Jake Paul. That is why I feel that Jake Paul is, in fact, the face of boxing. They might not like it. They might not like him. They might not love him. They might not want to admit it. He's not the best fighter. But the face of boxing is someone that people have to watch. And when you say Jake Paul, what do you think of? Before it was crazy man, YouTuber, whatever. People still think that, but do you think boxing now?
And now he's the face of boxing. Now you think he's in that context?
How do you feel? Yes or no, people?
He probably is. I mean, nobody else. Like
think
nobody
about
else is, except for your diehards. I feel bad for the diehard fans because they probably hate this. But for most people out there, he is the face of boxing.
What else are you watching?
No, nothing. Nobody. Like name the other big fights happening.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. That's the point. Because the question in the chat right now, everybody watching live, if you're watching live in the building right now, I'm asking you this damn question. Is Jake Paul the face of boxing, yes or no? And if you don't think he is, tell me why. Like, it isn't about, is he good? The question down below doesn't say, hey, poll, is Jake Paul good? That's not what it says, James.
I know.
Right?
It's just weird because, like, I was getting into boxing for a little bit, and you go back, you start watching all these great fighters, and, like, this isn't the same caliber of fighting that you're watching, And, like, there's no interesting, like, technique or style or power, but he's still, he's doing it. I'm not knocking the guy,
what you're saying, if you rewind a little bit and you go back to Pacquiao and you go back to like Mike Tyson, you haven't even go back to Larry Holmes,
the greatest
and
heavyweight era. The greatest heavyweight era was basically the late 80s, 90s, right? Like, that was amazing.
If you go back in time, right now, and you say, hey, by the way, did you like boxing before or do you like boxing now? Everybody in the chat, like boxing before or like boxing now? I'm gonna see everybody comment right now, before or now in the chat right now. I'm gonna put another poll up real quick in the chat in just a second. And by the way, if you're watching live, we got some amazing giveaways we're gonna be doing on our show, and we got some polls. We even got some cool little fun opportunities to bid on some giveaways we're gonna bring to the show. You guys are gonna love that. What I'm saying is this: if he's not the face of boxing right now,
yeah, who is?
Right? Yeah. Who is? Somebody is. If you say, who's a president? Well, we know the president because everybody voted. If they took a vote right now and they said, worldwide, in the chat right now, who is the face of boxing? If he's not, who is? Or is there no face of boxing? Who would you say, James, who's the face of boxing? You go back, 1 year ago. I think it's Jake Paul still. Go back.
Probably for the past couple of years. Yeah.
And for the future, let's do this. Then he'll be the promoter. Then he'll be the number one promoter. He'll be the guy who was doing all Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson's promotions. Like, he'll be that guy. And he's going to continue doing it. Even they had that big W, his little thing that he does, when he pulled up all the, like if you smell good, if you don't smell good. The guy knows how to do business. And he just operates in a way that it's very hard to compete with. And look, I'm not telling, when people come in the chat like, you know, these people like, oh, you love Jake Paul. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying, you know what? At this point, I am kind of saying that. I am kind of saying that because everything that he does, fighting, his efforts, his training, he moved to Puerto Rico. He was living in California in a massive mansion. I don't know if you've seen it, James. It was a massive
beautiful.
mansion.
Yeah.
And he was living so damn good, making millions of dollars, a beautiful girlfriend, had a great life. It was all good. He goes, you know what? Fuck it. I'm moving to Puerto Rico. For what? Because I'm going to focus on boxing. Well, you can do that here. Nope. Go in there. And I'm getting a tax savings. We're going to Puerto Rico. And guess what? People said, yeah, right. Then he knocked out one by one. And he got beat by Fury, which, by the way, Tommy Fury is who he should have fought now. If he would have did a rematch with Tommy Fury brings that, hey, I'm a good-looking Model-S boxer. He brings his beautiful girlfriend he was dating, and Jake Paul talks shit on the internet like your wife, like your girlfriend likes me, and bullshit, whatever. Hype that shit up. Fight someone in your weight class. Beat Fury first. Knock Fury out. If you do, because he's a much better fighter than he was then. If he knocks out Fury, now people are very interested to see what he can do. Instead of getting there and getting your jaw broken by someone, this was a very dumb fight for Jake Paul to take, James. I'll be honest with you. Right? I mean, as far as the fight goes.
I got 92 million reasons.
That's the difference, James. $92 million changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
People in the chat right now, who would you fight everybody for $92 million? Would you fight in the chat Mike Tyson in his prime for $1 million? Everybody in the chat right now is going to say, put me in for the broken jaw.
That's the quickest money you'll make in 10 seconds.
$1 million. Just $1 million. Do you realize $1 million payout is crazy? Jake Paul got 92 times that. In this one fight, Jake Paul can retire his entire family in this one fight. He did not have to get a broken jaw, though. That was the staple. And by the way, James, the broken jaw was like, we're going to pull it up on the screen right now. The broken jaw. I got a picture I'm going to show people in the chat right now. Have you guys seen it in the chat?
Maybe he'll drop it through the wire.
Have you guys?
Like Kanye.
Have you seen? Hold on a second. Let me pull this over.
That's
Look,
tough.
Guys.
That sucks.
Did you see this right here? Yes or no? Who watched the fight?
Look at those back teeth pushed in right there. Oh.
In the chat, who watched the fight? By the way, YouTube now is starting to spread some stuff out. People are going to start coming to the channel because when we're vertical, everybody knows we're live. There's thousands of people in there. We're switched to horizontal. It's going to start doing this thing. All the people coming in. But you know what's great for me? All you beautiful people watching right now, I get to know you guys even more. Lala, Chrome, Jeff Lee, Hanifa, Tracy in the building, Jerry, everybody in the chat right now, MVP, Pippa Mama, Big Bill, come in the chat right now. This is great for me. I get to know my people more. Nathan, how you doing? Brittany's in here. Von's in here showing love. Let me tell you something. Look at that picture right there, James.
Yep.
What does this tell you? Okay, let me open this up in a new tab. Let me see if it opens up big. Okay, James.
Yeah.
That picture in the middle, or sorry, our middle, but in the middle right there, his picture, it's like he did it. He realized, I got $92 million now. I mean, like, really, like in that picture right now, he goes, yeah, I broke my jaw. I got $92 million.
You know what else is he's going to break? $100 million on the next one, probably.
That's what I'm saying. But who's going to fight next? Then Fury's the fight. Fury's the fight. Who beat him before? Fury's the fight. But let's look at this for a second. See right here, guys. If you're watching live, if you guys can see this, put yes in the chat. You guys can see this picture. If you can see on the right-hand side. Do you see this right here where I'm circling my mouse right there? Do you see that right there? That whole thing, James, got pushed in to his face, okay? Into the middle of his mouth. He goes, is everything good? I mean, the adrenaline's running. The adrenaline's pumping. But when you get your face knocked in like that, and then you go up afterwards and you hear the conversation, Anthony Joshua goes, hey, you stood in there 6 rounds. You did your thing the best you could. He did, by the way, he did punch Anthony Joshua in the face. It wasn't like he missed him every time. He was hitting him. It was never competitive by any stretch of the matter.
Joshua dominated the whole
It was
fight.
never competitive.
Yeah.
But take a look at the destruction that you get on your face. When that happens and you interview afterwards and you stand up and you say, yeah, I also think I broke my jaw. Let me tell you something. Not many people are going to stand right there and look like that after getting your jaw broken. That tells me a lot of things about Jake Paul. Honestly, if you got your jaw broken like this, a lot of people are going to be like, nah, I'm heading to the locker room right now.
It also sucks to get your jaw broken on a Netflix special and so many people watching that.
Netflix special. But you know what happened? Now it sells his surgery. It sells the next thing he's going to talk about. It sells the next fight. It sells his conversation. It's hey, Jake Paul's talking live from the hospital. Like everybody's like, let me see Jake Paul, right? Like every single thing you do when you Google him, I'm looking on the screen here. Jake Paul broke his jaw in 2 places. Okay, for people that are watching live right now, he broke his jaw in 2 places. And you see this little video right here, Jake Paul at the hospital with his brother Logan right after the fight. They had this little comedy thing where he was talking to changes the voice where it's talking all weird just to have some fun. But these are the things that I just wanted to pull up on the screen right now and show you. You don't get this kind of thing, and look at this. Jake Paul after the fight talking regular. This happened, whatever. Here's like what's going on. He's getting his ass beat. He gets to this corner right here. This is where shit got real because Anthony Joshua zoned and you couldn't run anymore. There was no running, James, right here. Mm-hmm. It was, you're going to get the hammer, and when you get the hammer, you're going to be laying down. And that's what happened, right? But I think wholeheartedly, and put this on you for a second, James, I think wholeheartedly, if you have to, honestly, if you got to put your money on somebody right now, you're going to invest in someone who's going to be running a show. You're going to invest in a business. You're going to invest in a fighter. You're going to invest in Jake Paul. You're going to invest in somebody else.
And Jake Paul. And I think it shows you a good lesson to all the kids out there in life that you don't have to be the best in something to be very successful at it, right?
Yeah.
Like just the fact that he's trying, he's using all his resources to get there, and he's at the top of this whole spectacle thing, and he's arguably not the best, but yet here he is, and we're all talking about him. So kind of like do your thing. And like he kind of stays in his own lane too, I mean, he's not out there saying I'm the greatest of all time, and he's not just doing his thing. So I like what you just said right there. I'm gonna pull this. I like what you just said right there. If you guys didn't hear James just right there, he said, you know what? To all the kids out there that are watching this, right? I'm gonna take it a step further, James. Mm-hmm. To all the people out there watching this, not kids, right? I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about to all those people out there watching this, watching boxing, watching, Jake Paul get out there on a big stage. When you're not the best at something, you can become the people, the person that everybody talks about. And when everybody's talking about you, you are a very popular person. You might, even if you don't like popularity, but you want to build your business, you don't have to be, you said it perfectly. You said you don't have to be the best. I don't think anybody right now is out there arguing and debating, is Jake Paul the best? That's definitely not the argument. The argument is he the face? And when you look at certain things, you could talk about drive-thrus, you could talk about fast food, McDonald's, right? The fast food chains and Chick-fil-A and who's the best and that. Jake Paul is every bit right now McDonald's, every bit of Chick-fil-A, except for Sundays. Damn it, I don't know about you, James, but I go to Chick-fil-A every Sunday and go. Well, not on Sunday. They close Sundays.
I show up all the time. I
you go there.
Yo, you don't notice it until you're about 1 block away. Like,
I want my chicken minis.
You know how I notice it?
Yeah.
I start realizing there's no line.
Right.
I'm like, where the fuck's the line at? This is great. I pull up, first one.
Why would they taste better on a Sunday? It's because you can't have them.
I would be the only Chick-fil-A to open up on a Sunday, and we would sell out and be the most successful business there is.
Probably.
Chick-fil-A open on Sundays. I would be, and I would only open on Sundays, and I'd only open literally from like 11 to 2. And be multi-millionaire, 11 to 2 on Sundays only, and open one in every city, and everyone line from here all the way down US 1, all the way down the Keys. Yeah. Legit. And that's because why? They've proven to have a formula that works. Jake Paul has proven to be, when he puts something on the screen, everybody wants to know what the hell he's doing. And it doesn't matter what he's doing. You watch, such and such is going, another influencer going to visit Jake Paul at his house. I'm like, I can't wait to see this. Shows up, and he's spraying him with the W scent, going, oh, you stink, bro. Use this. Mm-hmm. And he starts marketing immediately. The guy shows up. I got to pull that damn video up of his W. You guys know what I'm talking about by W? He's got that scent that he sprays, James. You know what I'm talking about? It's called W.
I have no idea.
You never seen it? Well, I'm going to pull it up on the screen.
And I love fragrances. I have like so many of them.
I'm going to show you. Here it is. I'm going to pull it up right here. This is the thing. He has this whole thing going called W, right? And everywhere you go, he's like spraying this damn shit on people. Like everywhere you go, girls, guys, look, it's in Walmart, it's everywhere. Look, he's sitting here. You got to have this W. It is a canister, right? So what I'm saying is this, James. I watched a YouTube video where another influencer shows up at his house or whatever. He walks in. He doesn't go, hey, what's up, bro? Welcome to my house. Like all these other. He walks in. He goes, bro, you stink. You smell like shit. And he sprays him with W. It's like this guy's already marketing. It's only been on the damn thing started like 30 seconds ago, and he's already marketing all his brands. The guy knows what to do.
Well, but like, yeah, you know his audience. Like, look at this. It's body spray, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. When is the last time you used body spray?
Yeah. So what does that tell you?
You know, he knows his target audience and they support him, and that's it. I mean, and that's fine. It's good. I mean,
has anybody used W before? Has anyone
WD-40
anyone used that before?
Yeah.
I'm asking in the chat because let me tell you something. A lot of people would say, "Oh yeah, the W," or they'll go, "Oh, I never seen that shit." I bet you right now, and they're not a sponsor of ours, but I'm going to reach out to them because, by the way, his team did reach out to me before when I was doing all the vertical shit, and those people were in here. They said, "Hey, we got to work with this guy. This guy's growing. This guy's blowing up. It's going to happen right here again. Trust me when I tell you." When we start getting into the new year, all the people and the guests coming on and a bunch of shit, we're going to have it the same way you saw in vertical. People, all the people in the building with thousands of people. It's all going to start happening. What I'm saying is this, though. The guy steps up and does things, whether you like him or not, that people just go, how do I beat this guy? Like, that's the thing. They might beat him in boxing. How can you beat this guy, James? Like, what are they going to do? What? And again, in the chat, can you give me one fighter outside of Jake Paul? One fighter that comes to mind. Outside of Mayweather. Nothing. Who? Mayweather, who?
Of the current era, it's Canelo. I don't know.
Yeah, Canelo. By the way, extremely big.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that I say that. Canelo, extremely big.
Tyson
right?
Fury.
There's a bunch of other fighters in the chat right now. Who is the best fighter right now currently in the chat? Who is the best fighter right now in the chat? Dropping in the building right now. Chrome, how you feeling, baby? How you feeling in the building right now? Listen, who is the best fighter, the most talked about fighter? You got Canelo, 100% top fighter right now, right? And there's a bunch of other fighters. I'm going to pull up on the screen right now. I'm going to show you what ChatGPT says on the screen here. Here we go. Who is the most popular fighter right now? This is a good question, James.
Boxer, because
watch this.
Includes UFC.
Oh, you're right. I said most popular fighter. But so what? Sports MMA, snapshot popularity. Let's see. Here we go. Terrence Crawford, big time. Canelo, big time. Here we go. Now, do you think any of these people, as you look at ChatGPT, are they crazy? Conor McGregor, big time, but not anymore. But he's fighting in the White House. We're going to try to cover that live. These are big time fighters, right? Where is Jake Paul? Not shown. Not shown. This is why I'm telling you. People don't understand. People don't understand how most popular, let's say this, boxer right now. And this is what I'm telling you, James. When I watch this stuff, is anybody out there just constantly talking about, you got Canelo, 100%. There it is right there, Jake Paul. And James, we called it.
Yeah.
We called it. And by the way, Terrence Crawford is unbelievable. Okay? Retired, unbelievable. Canelo, unbelievable. Fury, people would say unbelievable, especially his people. Jake Paul is number 2 as top popular boxers, global recognition. James, come on now. What does that say?
It tells you that you should probably be telling your kids to start a YouTube channel.
You know what?
And
you're right.
And just have mediocre, like, I don't want to say mediocre skills, but have enough talent and then focus on that.
There's nobody right now that can argue. They can argue they don't like Jake Paul. They can argue, I think that he's XYZ. They can argue he doesn't support what I support. By the way, he's a big Trump supporter. They might argue that he's a bad person because he did something before. What they cannot argue is that guy sells tickets. That guy puts butts in seats. That guy makes it extremely entertaining to watch. That guy does some wild things that you just can't miss. He does need to fix his entrance. He did come out with 6'9". At first, it was a little boring. He came out with 6'9". And it was like, all right, I get that. It was his little thing. And it just makes him more edgy because a lot of people don't like 6'9", right? Like it's the love 6'9", hate 6'9" world. But, check out this.
You should change his name to 6'7" and just cash in.
And it's kind of right. Change it to 6'7". Go out there and he can pay for it and have it too.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm 6'7". But the thing is, as I talk about this today in the chat, and we're going to upload, by the way, when I upload all these clips, YouTube shows everybody the clips that we upload, but the live streams, it's keeping our circle small. And then over time, it's going to start adding to get 1,000 people in here. That's what YouTube is doing, an update on that. The new algorithm is going to start doing that. So if you're in the chat right now, everybody that's watching the show right now, if you're watching live, put Jake Paul in the chat right now. If you watch it later, comment Jake Paul. Right now, we want YouTube to push this conversation out. It's very important to do that. And as we're building and growing, get everything set up in here, all the internet, all the stuff's being fixed, all the new cameras, the action-packed stuff, all the new guests. And by the way, this won't be a Jets helmet. It's going to be a Giants helmet. Let me keep it real. Being from up north, Jersey, New York, out of the Jets here because my Giants helmet wasn't back here yet. It's going to be right here. I got a Cowboys helmet. We got sports. We got entertainment. We got the live shows. If you're into sports big time right here, we're going to have all that conversation, live games right here, obviously, and every political conversation, even stuff with the Epstein and all. We're going to cover it all right here in the morning. James, let me ask you this question real quick while you're on the screen here. Mm-hmm. Is there anything bigger in sports right now? Football's going on, playoff games are happening, a lot of games. But when you talk about a sport in boxing, it's like it's you versus them, right? It's very individual. When you watch track and field, you got to win that race. Usain Bolt was massive, right? Mm-hmm. Still is a massive person in the world of track and field. Nobody's talking about Usain Bolt right now. Nobody's talking about, Tom Brady right now. He's retired. He's in a couple of years. Tom Brady, one of the best,
he just popped
best
up
of all
again.
time. But he's best of all time. But then it's like, whatever, divorces.
His wife just got remarried to the judo coach.
Yeah, so like that kind of shit, right? He'll deal with that. But it's like Tom Brady will pop up. Definitely a best quarterback of all time. Most people would say that. You move on past that. Who else do you talk about? Is there a race car driver, F1 driver? Like you keep going.
Verstappen, what? Max Verstappen?
Yeah, Verstappen. You go overseas. That's even more talked about.
Uh-huh.
So it goes further, James, than the face of boxing. Okay, and I hate to say this. Because
no, don't say it.
I hate to say it.
I know what you can. Don't say it.
I'm not. Well, let me explain the way the way that I want to say it.
Okay.
The Jake Paul face of boxing, and when I say face, it's just because he's the popular guy. He's definitely up there. Him, Terrence Crawford, and Canelo, right? But I think he's taken over with just visual and watching. But then you go to basketball. LeBron James, it was Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and it was like who, Kobe Bryant, that, and who's the best, and then there's the people playing. And then now you kind of, no one's really talking about that really much anymore. Then you move on, it's like, what's football? Who's talking about who's football? Jake Paul's being talked about all year long. When football season's over, they're off season, they're talking about trades, nothing really going on. Jake Paul is still talking about his fight coming up. So I'm not going to tell you that Jake Paul is the face of all sports. Because that would be,
I knew you were going to say it.
Because that would be very difficult, for me to say.
But you're close. It's plausible. You have a plausible
It's getting
argument.
closer because of not just what he does and what he sells, but also what he contributes. Well, and he gives back to people. He helps people. Like I said, he helps women, stopping bullies. He's doing a lot of things, donations. And it's becoming where he's a little bit smarter than people actually think. And he's also suing people. He's suing people now that are talking shit on his brand, saying, this fight's not real. Well, hate to say it, he left with a broken jaw. I think that fight was pretty real. What do you think? Had surgery.
I think it was pretty real.
A lot of people are going to say now, what about all his fights? Were they real or fake now?
Yeah.
People thinking different now.
I mean, some people think that like Tyson threw a fight, that there was times where Tyson always reacted in a certain way and he didn't throw the punch back. But yeah. I don't know.
But I'll tell you this, I did feel like that when I watched it. Now, you're like, that was a sign he gave. And then it was like, even with Charlie Kirk, when it was like a sign the guy gave, it's like, I can't go into all that conspiracy, but I will tell you, I thought Mike Tyson came out pretty strong at first. I was like, oh shit, Mike Tyson's gonna knock this guy out. Then it was like, Mike Tyson did nothing the whole rest of the fight. It was weird. It was like, yeah, I heard he was biting his glove the whole time. It was like, I want to hit you, but I can't. It was weird. But I will tell you, right now, this is the only person that people are talking about. And Anthony Joshua, he knocked him out. Oh yeah, he's supposed to do that. Like no one's gonna care, right? They care about this. And so last thing I want to close out with is this. What athlete is doing more for people and other women and giving back? And in the chat right now, if you're watching live, is anybody doing more for other people though? Trying to get UFC fighters insurance, standing up against people, bullies, doing things that people said that Jake Paul could not do. I don't think anybody's doing that in any sport. And so music, is anybody doing that in music? Who's giving back? Who's doing things anywhere?
Do you know what?
Politicians. Who?
Something good that just happened that most people didn't understand or see was Michael Jordan won a huge case, or it settled out of court against the France family, which owns NASCAR. This was huge. It was about how they were gatekeeping the teams that were always allowed to participate again in like the Cup Series. It flew under everyone's radar, but that's huge what Jordan did for all other teams, you know?
So we got, by the way, in the chat right now, the poll is up there, and 55% of people so far said that he is not the face of boxing. So I think that there's a lot of disagreements that people would say, no, he's not. And I think because they believe in the chat, who's the face of boxing? Who's the face of boxing? They're going to say it's Terrence Crawford. It's Canelo. Terrence Crawford is retiring. So, he's retired. So you got Canelo, and you got, Fury, and who's face boxing?
If we went to Mary Brickell Village, where all the influencers are every night, and we just asked random people who's the face of boxing, you think we're gonna get answers other than Jake Paul? I think it's gonna be the number one answer.
No, I think instead of saying who's the face of boxing, I'm gonna say, when I say boxing, who do you think of? Go now. You're gonna say Jake Paul.
Probably.
Like, forget even asking the question. It's just like this. You got 2 seconds to answer this question. When you answer this question, you got to answer extremely fast, and you get a chance to win. And I go, when I say this word, I want you to tell me who you think about, right? And I'm going to use other things first. I'm going to say like technology. They're going to be like Elon Musk, like shit like that, right? Or if I say cars or whatever. And if I say boxing, they're going to go Jake Paul. Like, everybody's going to do that. And so when they do that, James, what does that prove? If I say boxing, they say Jake Paul, what does that mean? Honestly.
That the effects of social media and everything, like, it does work. Like, Jake Paul's an expert of using the machine, his tools and resources to get to where he wants to be and to do it. Like, he's an enormous success at it.
I think it's very difficult right now, okay, for all the people that are watching to acknowledge the fact that Jake Paul is the face of boxing. I think it's very difficult because nobody wants to respect somebody. They go, he didn't earn that yet. I think it's very difficult for someone to step in the ring and make $92 million getting your jaw broken in the 6th round or whatever it was. And people are like, damn, how did he do that? I think it's very difficult for people that are watching boxing right now to sit back and acknowledge that the whole world is watching Jake Paul, a former Disney character, YouTuber, now who's training very hard. When I saw some of his training and boxing and working on his hand speed and working on his feet, his footwork, and when he was moving around, he does not look like Jake Paul that we saw from 3-4 years ago. This is Jake Paul who actually is moving to the sport of boxing, who just fought someone who knocked his face off, because this is an Olympian. Anthony Joshua is a pure Olympian. This guy is like the most elite level. Like, it was a dumb decision for Jake Paul to take the fight. So I think he just took something that was very high level out of his box. But if he were to go to his...
Good for him.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Who's going to do that, though?
Yeah, like, you respect him. He puts in the work, and he has the right amount of talent to be in the ring with these people. And, like, whatever. He challenged himself. That's good. Like, how are you going to talk shit on that?
How about this? This is a question Vaughn put in the chat, that he respects Jake Paul now. So how about this? Do you think the world respects Jake Paul more, James? Now, I'm talking after this fight. Before the fight, people had their own beliefs. Before the fight, he never fought anybody real. I challenge most of the world that wants to get into fighting to go fight everybody that he's fought then. Go fight everybody he's fought. There's a bunch of guys out there that have records of winning belts and winning championships and being on top of their sport, and they're athletic and they train and they have high level of stamina and cardio. And like, these are not people that he just picked off from 7-Eleven. Hey, you want to go box? Like, these are people that are prepared for this for months, and they got money and they have the best trainers, and so for him to do that, I feel like the guy has earned a lot of respect before this fight. And after this fight, they're going to say he ran around the ring a lot. He didn't do much.
He was still in the ring. But he was still in the ring.
And he got paid $92 million.
You played a little bit of football.
Right? A lot of that shit.
Right? How'd you get better? By running into little people or running against the biggest people out there?
You get out there and you train and you build it up and you beat some teams. You get confidence, and all of a sudden you gain more confidence. Mm-hmm. And then you get to a level where you go, shit, everybody's like me and better. And then you get your bell rung here and there, and you're competing at a high level, and you might win or lose, but you gain a lot of respect.
But who did you want hitting you at practice? The little guys or you want the big guys?
I'll be honest with you, after the first couple weeks of practice, heading in thinking, like, shit, I'm tired of this shit. I'm not trying to, I'm like running back and hit every damn day. You want to train with the best. You want to be the best. You want to race the best because you want to go home with something to brag about. You don't want to beat everybody. First, it starts in your class, right? Then it starts in your school. Then it starts other schools. And then it's other states. And the higher you go, the level you go, people can only but respect you more. Jake Paul's earned the respect, James. And I think that people should say, look, I love him, I hate him, but I respect him regardless. In the chat right now, as we get off, do you respect Jake Paul, yes or no? This is the questions that we're asking people. Do you respect Jake Paul, yes or no? That's a question I want to ask. And Vaughn said retired UFC fighter Silva and Mike Tyson both are older now, which I believe is very true. But the thing is this, Jake Paul beat them very easily. I mean, he knocked out, and I mean, he literally beat Anderson Silva. It was easy. He beat Tyron very easily. It wasn't like it was like a really good fight. If it was a really good fight, I'd say, come on, you should not. But hey, I got through this guy, got through this guy, got through this guy. So you did something. What are we gonna do? If I get in the ring right now and I knock Anderson Silva because I used to, oh wow, hey, I got to beat somebody.
Well, you know what? People still watching. You could say it wasn't a good fight, but guess what?
Yeah.
People keep watching up until this one. 92 million pulled in.
Let's go. By the way, yeah, Black Crest, baby. Go get your Black. I got my shirt on right now from Black Crest. Not going to lie. If you want to get that gear, blackcrest.com. Go out there. 25% off. Use Brandon25. Get out there and get your freaking gear, man. It's Christmas time. Right now, they got a discount on that website. I'm telling you, you're not gonna be upset when your shit comes in. I got stuff right here. I got book bags. I got hats. By the way, this hat, for some reason, everybody's buying these hats. I don't like, I'm not saying I don't like them. I like them, but I don't know why. But these hats on the website right now from Black Crest, I got the snap. They have these fitted snapbacks that are way different than other ones, but they're super dope. A lot of military people are buying this too. I'm just saying they're awesome hats. They got book bags. They got gear right here, baby. Tons of, look at this book bag. This book bag right here. I'm going to open it up here so you guys can see. I'm actually going to do a giveaway too here into next week, into the new year. This damn book bag is dope. It's got the cool look back section, but I mean, it's a really nice bag, man. The material opens up. It's got all these different levels. This one. I mean, it's a nice bag. It's a nice bag. It's not overly big and crazy. It's nice to throw on and run to the gym or whatever. Women, it's a great bag for you too. Get your men some stuff. They come in just nice packaging. People in the chat right now. There's amazing opportunities. And I'm going to start doing this, by the way, if you're watching live right now in the building, we're going to start doing giveaways and also some raffles. We're going to start doing some stuff here, like a helmet right here. Some opportunities to say, hey, the helmet's going at this.
Nobody wants that.
Really cheap. The Jets helmet, boy, you got to get a better helmet here. Broncos, go get someone the Rams. Somebody else that might do something, right? Lions, a fella. People. We're going to start getting some cool stuff up here to start on the show. We're going to start raffling off and giving out some stuff. Just doing some bids on the screen. We're going to do some of that. You guys can start bidding on some cool products that we have that are going to be on the show. Hey, Anifa, I'm telling you right now, listen, by the way, I'm not going to tell you, I have a bunch of sponsors that are coming in as we build this back up. I'm not telling you to get things that I'm like, just get it. Because I'm telling you because I wear the shit every day. I got them on right now. Black Crest shorts on right now. Got a Black Crest shirt on right now. The book bags, the hats, everything. If you want something nice for Christmas or you just want to go get yourself something, I'm telling you, get it. When you get it, you're going to call me and go, man, that was really nice. You're going to go online and go, damn, I'm so glad I got that. Right, James?
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, shit fits nice.
This stuff is very nice.
Get something nice for yourself for Christmas. But before we go today, what do you want for Christmas? People in the chat, what do you want for Christmas? By the way, Pimple Mama, she's got the bobblehead. The bobblehead was out there just going crazy. She's got the branded bobblehead. There's another one they're sending to me. I'm going to put right here next to Trump in the front. Another bobblehead that I got. Pimple Mama has that. We love and appreciate that. That was the first bobblehead that was sent to our show. And get ready. We're going to have some playoff games. People in the chat, we're going to have playoff games. And yes, we're going to get back to that. And we're also going to have some NFL games. We're going to be streaming in live. I want you guys to understand that. We'll be sitting back at the house, enjoying what we do, smoking a couple cigars, doing what we do, having a couple drinks with the boys and the girls in the chat. We love and appreciate you. James, you haven't seen that yet, but wait until you see the live stream with thousands of people for the games. You're going to enjoy that. They're going to start popping in back to the building. So, James, goodbye to these people. We already went past time. We love and appreciate it. Today was a great conversation. By the way, I love doing this kind of thing where I have a little bit of debate on conversation with people in the chat, what's going on. I love and appreciate these people. And guys, let me tell you something. I want you guys to understand something. Get here early as possible. I'm going to close those polls in a second. Make sure everybody understands. If you're here right now, Hanifa in the building right now. By the way, something's going out to, there's a payment that's going out to someone who won. I think it was Hanifa. That one, there's money going out to you. Deborah in the building. We love and appreciate you. Getting ready to sign off. Remember, people, be here early. We're live tomorrow, too. We're not going to miss a day. Tomorrow, I know Christmas is coming up, James. I know a lot's going on. We got a lot of things we got to focus on, right? But shit, we're not going to miss a damn thing, people in the chat. You know what I mean? I'm not going to miss a damn day. People were like, hey, you're going to be live? We're going to be live, baby. Hanging out. We're going to be here tomorrow morning. We're not going to miss a day. Whether I'm here, I'm at home, I'm on the road. I'll be live in the morning at 12 o'clock having a conversation. Yes, we have a lot to talk about. People come in the chat. There's a lot of political things going on right now we're going to have to get to. But I appreciate all you guys watching. Everyone that's in the building, smack that like button right now. If you're watching live and you did not do it yet, if you're watching live right now and you did not do it yet, smack that like button right now. We need all you guys to do that. Get ready for all the action-packed and conversation because we're going to let a lot more people into the live stream. It's going to get very entertaining heading into the new year. We look forward to see all you beautiful people. There's a winning going out to you. I believe it was Hanifa, and I just seen that this morning. We're looking forward to spending some time with you guys. Get ready for the games, action-pack into Christmas. We're live tomorrow morning, James. I'm not going to miss a damn day. I know you're not going to miss a day, baby.
We have so much to talk about too.
We got a lot of conversation.
The Turning Point USA festival they did. The Epstein files.
Epstein files was a conversation tomorrow. We might gotta we gotta give our insight on this. Go, what's going on? We got to do that. We appreciate you, beautiful people in the chat.
Join the Instagram chat. We post little articles, things we might talk about with a little clip with Nicki Minaj, little things here and there.
Get in there, baby. Get that chat going. Tell them MVP. Let them know. Get Deborah in the chat. We're gonna get people. By the way, I'm so glad that the chat right now is our Circle Core people, because what happens is we talk live, it goes to our people, and then when we upload it, boom, it shoots out to all the people. Right now, we're keeping it small, which I love it. Get ready for the breakout, though, heading into the new year. It's going to break out. There's going to be a lot of people in here. So I'm getting a chance to know everybody. So if you're in the chat right now, drop a message right now. Chrome, we appreciate you. Get ready. You know what time it is, Chrome. It's going to get very interesting as it start coming in here. Chrome's been here for the games and everything. You know what time it is, especially sports, the playoff games, all that. It's going to get very entertaining. Have some drinks, smoke some cigars, have a good time. All love to be. Brittany's in the chat hanging out with us today, too. People in the building. We love everybody who comes to the chat. Have a good time. We will see all of you guys tomorrow morning live at 12 o'clock right here. Don't miss the show. Don't miss it as we get ready to schedule our guests, too, by the way. We got some people coming in. So getting it all set up for now and for the new year. Everyone, go out and get your Christmas shopping done early. Don't mess around, because let me tell you something. Running late for Christmas is very stressful, James. You got your Christmas gifts lined up? You still got to go.
The majority of them. The worst is the things that you don't remember right now that you can remember, like Christmas morning at 11 a.m.
And remember, people in the building right now, if you got Christmas pictures, send them our email right now. You can send it over BrandonMasonTV@gmail, or you can send it to contact@BrandonMasonShow.com. Either one, and we're going to pull it up on the screen. We will make sure that we post some pictures of people in the chat right now. If you got Christmas pictures in the chat, send it, because we're going to pop them up during the show, and we're going to have ours. I will tell you, I got a very interesting picture that I'm going to pop up for you guys in the chat. You guys are not going to want to miss it. All love to you. We'll see every single one of you beautiful people here tomorrow morning live at 12 o'clock. All love to you. See you soon.